First man on the road, Davo Johnson. He has to be on it like Donkey Kong if he's going to win, but he's more like a kangaroo off the start line.
There's no wheelie control on these machines. It's cable operated, clutch and throttle.
We've not had too many Ducati wins on this course, but Mike Hailwood, the most famous of all. So Dean Harrison away at number 2. Then at number 3, Michael Rutter on the XR69.
Another iconic machine.
1200cc engine in there.
Yeah, in 2022, the rules changed, Dave. It's now pre-97 instead of pre-92, so the bikes can be a couple of years more modern.
They sound great as well.
Listen to that booming V-twin.
That was Dean Harrison. This is Davo Johnson through Quarter Bridge.
Coming through on the Cowie, the Kawasaki.
Now then, what are we going to see from Michael Dunlop, the Team Classic Suzuki machine? There's James Hillier. Oh, there is not James Hillier.
He's coasting, clutch in. It's over almost before it's begun. Bottom of Bray Hill, off to the side. Off the course and out of trouble. That's really bad luck for James.
Oh, Michael Rutter.
And the Bathams, XR69.
Back with the man who is through Union Mills and leading on the road, David Johnson. Many are tipping him for this one because he's not had the issues in qualifying that the rest of the guys have had.
No, the Cowan Racing Kawasaki's have always been strong in this class. Of course, Dave has won this class, third last year on essentially that same machine.
Craig Neve. This is Craig Neve in trouble on the start line.
Bike's not starting.
And Craig Neve, who came so close last year to winning this race, as Davo Johnson goes through Glen Helen. So the first time goes down from Davo Johnson. It's a fast one, but not as fast as Dean Harrison.
Oh, how good does that Ducati look?
And sound.
Davo making his way up Craig Willys Hill. Ooh, shaking its head.
So Michael Rutter comes through. He's in third place, but he's of the 3 riders that have come through. Rob Hodson, the winner of the Classic Superbike race last year.
Another rider on the same machine as last year, the Greenall Racing Kawasaki's. The ZXR 750s are a strong machine, as is this, the S-Rad Suzuki. Now this is new for Michael this year. This is the 96 model S-Rad Suzuki, the last of the carbureted machines. And boy, he's riding it well this week.
Yeah, he's had his issues in practice though. And you can see Harrison has now got the carrot in front of him. That is Davo Johnson.
That's Brian McCormack on another Greenall Racing Kawasaki. He's a very fast competitor as well.
Oh, Michael Rutter reeling back the years and rolling back the throttle through Kurt Michael.
Nathan Harrison, RC45. Listen to that V4. That's actually Lee Johnston's bike that he rode last year.
Well, Dean Harrison, having led by 2.5 seconds at Glen Helen, it's 2.4 seconds at Ballaugh. What will it be at Ramsey?
This is so good to see, a 916 Ducati out on the mountain course.
Well, Craig Neve eventually did get away, and he's now got to make his way through traffic.
Yeah, he'll be fired up, especially after last year where he just missed out on a podium with a mechanical, and now to start the senior classic like this is far from ideal.
Michael Rutter said before this race he'd be happy with a top 6 as he goes through Ramsey. Not quite getting the power out of the XR69 that they were hoping for.
Oh, Brian McCormack flat
to the Michael Dunlop!
Oh, well.
Well, that's the brake test completed.
Yeah, now the slipper clutches aren't as refined on these older machines as Michael Dunlop just demonstrated.
So Paul Jordan looking behind him. I don't know what's going on there with Paul.
Yeah, on the Mistral Racing Kawasaki, another strong team in this class. Paul's certainly an experienced TT competitor.
So they're coming up then to complete this opening lap. It's pit stops for everybody, of course.
Oh, Michael Dunlop flying on that Suzuki.
And flying past Michael Rutter.
One error Suzuki passes another.
Rutter might be looking at the toe. Then again, maybe not. Look at Dunlop go.
Davo Johnson counting down, not long on the... Whoa! Yep, Dean Harrison up the inside, leg out just to say, sorry, mate. But I
think he might be saying thank you there, perhaps. I think Davo looked a bit wide, but certainly he may have just let Dean Harrison go through.
Derek Shields, another well-presented Greenall Kawasaki into the pits. Geez, David jumped on the back of Dean Harrison there and followed him into pit lane for the compulsory first lap pit stop.
And time can be lost, of course, in the pits. Very crucial.
The clutch was too much play.
That was interesting. Too much play on the clutch there.
Yeah, Dave Johnson was saying that. As I said, these bikes, there's not the adjustment.
Yeah, so what can he do about it?
Well, we can adjust the clutch cable. No electronics there. Dean gets pushed out of pit lane. The big Ducati fires into life as Michael Dunlop rolls in on that inline four-cylinder Suzuki. Michael waving his arms around, doesn't look the happiest there. Whoa, Dean, head down. He is flying. That's actually a 996.
Oh, that's Harrison has blown. That's Harrison.
A catastrophic engine failure as he heads up Howard Heights. I guess if it's going to happen anywhere, that's not the worst place.
Yes, but for Dean Harrison, having been in that battle with Michael Dunlop, here we can see again what happens, Cam.
Oh, motor pops, clutch in. We'd question the reliability of the Ducati. Done so well through practice, didn't make it through race week, but the Key Racing Ducati was a crowd favourite.
Since Harrison retired, Michael Dunlop continues to push on. He's extended that lead to over half a minute, and instead of easing back, he's just pushing on. Incredible.
Yeah, well, Michael didn't win 25 TTs by backing off. On board with Dave Johnson, you've got to remember that these guys aren't doing parade laps. They are racing tooth and nail. Top speed, 175 miles an hour down Sulby Straight.
Here's Hodson and McCormack. So that's Hodson up into third place.
Oh, again, listen to those inline four. Kawasaki screaming.
Well, David Johnson last year made it onto the podium. He just lost second place to Nathan Harrison. And already Michael Dunlop can see the prize in front of him.
Oh, look at the bike just starting to squirm around on the tyre as we ride on board with Craig Neve.
David Johnson then, it looks like a podium finish. Will Michael Dunlop appear in the picture? Indeed he does. Well, he's pushed and pushed and pushed. Other riders might have just eased off and managed that lead, but he knows no other way. So here comes David Johnson. This will be, it should be second place. We'll have to wait and see because Rob Hodson is on a cracking sector time as well.
He certainly is closing the gap.
And it's Michael Dunlop who takes the checkered flag.
Another mountain course victory for Michael.
Just got to wait for Rob Hodson to see who's second and who's third. David Johnson just making his way. And indeed it is Rob Hodson who takes third place just behind David Johnson. And Michael Dunlop with a new lap record as well for the Classic Superbikes.